Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Timberborn, part 22 in the Emberpelts series, where we're staring at an empty field that we created last week, or also known as 10 minutes ago for me, because I promised channel members I would get a few Timberborn a few Timberborn videos up for early access, because I've fallen behind on early access, and I apologize. I just have two series ongoing that are bears. Like, each video takes the better part of a full week to produce, and it causes me to get behind. Anyways, excuses, don't need them. So we're just gonna pick right back up where we left off, and that is with more storage. So we still need room for first of all, let's get rid of those. Don't need them. All that can go, that can go. So we still need room for explosives, bricks, gears, berries, not worried about. But I also want to add in some storage for a few other things. So I want to add pine resin just in case we wind up needing it. I don't know that we're going to do anything with pine resin, but if we do, I want to have it. I just want to have the storage for it. So we need 4 resources. I'd kind of like to have a bunch for gears, like 6, and then just 1 for each of these. So that's 9 of these. I'd also like to come over here. Whoops. I don't know how I cleared that. Was it corn juice? No, it was apple juice. Right? Yeah. No. What is in there? Tomato juice. There we go. So I guess I clicked that X. I want to have room over here for a little bit of extract, even though we have a bunch over in a different place. I want to have it. So I want to have 1, 2. I want to make sure we have fuel. 3. We're going to go ahead and put a place for lubricant. Still haven't decided if I'm doing bots or not. So 4. And then we want to have a place for our maple syrup. And I just realized over in our other area we did not leave room for canola oil. We need one for canola oil as well. So that's 5 of these that we need. There's nowhere to get canola oil in over here, is there? This mouse scrolls down. So I guess I have room for canola oil. Yeah, we can make room for canola oil. Be pretty easy. We can get rid of that and come in with just a tunnel right there. And then we can get a tank in here, because it'll be 1, 2, 3. It'll connect right there, and boom, in. So that'll take care of that. No problem. We won't wind up causing any major calamities up top. And they are so speedy, even with their reduced workforce. There we go. Canola oil can go right there. And I might want to do, because the syrup gets used in food as well, right? Yeah, I might want to do the same thing on this end. I should just... Wait, stop. Stop. We're just going to blast this whole corner right here and be done with it. There. Like that. And we'll just put the tanks down there. I would like to have 2 for each one. Okay, I've talked myself into it. So we're going to blast this end as well. I just want to be sure that we always have enough stuff. I love that even though they aren't growing wheat and stuff like that, they've gone to the other side and stolen some. I love that the beavers do that. Oh, berries. No, berries don't go here. Berries don't go here. Berries don't go into anything. They're just an edible. Okay, I got a little worried. So let me get this blasted out real fast. Cool, so blasted out, we have tanks ready to be built, and then we're going to be able to get some decoration. I want to make sure we didn't lose anything up here. We did not. Cool, back over this way, where we need to get rid of a bunch of stuff again. What are you? You're a kiln. Okay, that's fine, because we're about to remove your source of materials. So I want to get rid of everything here, including the dance hall. So, take your baby by the hand. No, I'm sorry. It's a good song, though. That can go, which means we can get rid of all of these power shafts that are here because they are no longer doing anything. I need to keep these because it's bringing the connection through. That will probably change over time, but for now it needs to stay put. And then this is a two-way station, or two-way. So that can go, and there's another one there, and another one below it. It looks like there's something down there. I don't know what. I may have just blasted one of the two ways that we need. Why does this mouse scroll late? This is its latest problem. Its scroll wheel just is suddenly only responsive to like every third scroll, which is really freaking annoying. Okay, so I did disconnect this somehow, but it shouldn't be. So I have to leave that levee. If I get rid of it, it becomes strong. Why is this not? I mean, this is all connected down here to all of this and to there, and there's a path. Wait, how? Flooded? How did I flood this? What was solid that was holding back water? Uh-oh. Where did I make a mistake here? Right here? I think it's right here. Yep, it's right there. I let water in by getting rid of whatever was holding it back. Right there. Good job, me. Well, we'll replace that real quick and hope that dries out pretty fast. Yikes. That's what did it. That's the one. That sucks. You know what, though? I'm bound to flood something now and then. Yeah, look at it just flow into there. Yikes, 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 yikes. Oof. Feels bad situation. Okay, so the rest of it's going to get blasted in this direction. Though I know there's stuff in the way down below, two ways and such. But we're still going to blast it out. And I'm not going to go where the path is. I'll leave the path. So, yeah, we need to fast forward to morning and get that filled back in super quick. Here we go. Morning is upon us. And hopefully they get over here super, super quick. They can now come down. That's connected up there. Though I don't know that they'll ever use it. No, this is your important thing. Come on. Come on. There they are. There's two of them. There's the third. And he should construct it. And that will stop the flow of water into there. Now we just have to wait for it to evaporate. It does not stop the flow of water into there. Because this side is also exposed. Awesome. So maybe we need to rethink the power shafts sooner rather than later. Probably, because I really wanted to have more space than this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll be fine. Yeah, come on, fill in this dirt block so water stops flowing. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I didn't see that. I mean, I can believe I didn't see it. I totally can believe I didn't see it. There we go. We have stopped the flow of water. That is way too late because that is completely flooded now. And now that's flooding there. Why exactly? I think it's just the water sloshing around. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, it was just the water sloshing around. Okay, we're good. So, once again, we need to blast, and I've just spotted another problem. Yeah, okay. Another hole. Man, just holes everywhere. My plan is falling apart because I wasn't paying attention where the tube ways and different power shafts were holding back water. How was a power shaft holding back water here? Probably wasn't, is the answer to that question. Man, God, this sucks. And of course now it's nighttime. So it doesn't matter. This is probably completely flooded, like, to the top. Where is my water line here? Oh, yeah, it is flooded to the top. We can tell by looking there. Yeah, it's heat big flooded. Oh, man, that is going to take forever to evaporate, isn't it? And it flooded all of this. Oh, man. I had this all completely clear of water. And now look what I've done. That is very sad. And it's going to keep flooding here. Well, wait. Maybe not. Where... No, that's not actually connected to a source of water, is it? No. So once that is filled in, this should dry out, which they've done it. I don't see anywhere else that water can get in. I don't know. We'll look at it closer once we blast this. So I'm not going to bore you with watching dynamite get placed again. I'm just going to jump to when it's ready to go boom. Alright, we are ready to blast. So we will commence with that and reveal all of this water that's under here. But hey, maybe having it exposed helps it clear out quicker? I don't think so. So, are we getting water in here? I don't believe we are. I think this is fine, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that shouldn't be exposed to any source of water. Like, this all has a level above it, right? Yeah, you can tell because it's not flowing anymore. It's just kind of sitting there. If it was coming in on any of these, we would see it. So we don't need that right there. And I can relocate, since this is all flooded anyway, we could relocate this back a bit where it comes across to where it's like directly beneath the path. So that would mean moving it back. So that's under the path, right? Yeah, so I might not be able to do that. No, I'll still have a level of... Right? Yeah, I'll still have a level of dirt there if I do that. I think. I'm never very confident, am I? Oh yeah, I'll totally have a level of dirt there still if I do that. Awesome. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bump that back. We're waiting on everything to dry out. And the way I'm going to do this is just make it easy on myself. I'm just going to pause for a minute and run that to there so I can see what I'm doing. And then come down. So I need to go 2 more, right? Yeah. Go there and there. No, there and there. Not up here. That would flood. Yeah, it needs to be there. Cool. And then we'll bring that across this way. Not levees, tunnels is what I'm looking for. So we'll go across and then across. Excellent. So while we're waiting on some things to dry out down here, I should also finish blasting. We're gonna need to use to blast over here to be able to do some things, but I've got my temporary builders huts and all that in the way. So, I think I have a solution for that to make it work a little bit better. This isn't going to be what winds up in here. This big hole, if we use it, is going to be something different. But for now, what I can do is just bring in a 2-way tunnel right there, a small 2-way station like right here, and then we can run a path, and we've got 6 haulers, so we will just go 1, 2, 3 to each side, and then we've got 12 builders over there. So then we will just bring the builders huts in right opposite, and then spin them around, and not put them in the right spot. We'll come back to that one. Almost did it again. Kill that one with fire. And do that. Cool. And then we just need to run a path there and a path there. And they will eventually be connected. It says they're not. That should so be connected. Because that should have that 2-way. Oh, it's off by 1. Really? Alright, try again. Oh, man. I'm just hitting the beats all wrong today, aren't I? I have no excuse whatsoever. Just not paying attention is all I can figure. I should have used that when I did that a minute ago to figure out where this all needs to go. But I didn't. And I'm not paying the price. There, now that should be connected. Yep. And then they can fill in that dirt block. I'm pretty sure they can do that from within the tube, but just because I'm not sure of anything I'm doing today, we're just gonna leave a spot and come back to it. 1, 2, and 3, and then spin them around. And just like that. It's cool. I'm gonna prioritize that dirt block so that it gets in a little quicker. And we'll put our path back in because I guess I deleted it too. And they should come over here and build this pretty doggone quick. Yeah? Speed up time. I would think. It's the priority right now. It's the only thing I think they have to do right now. Here they come. They're going to build those from up there, which is fine. And they're going to fill that in. So now I can get my other hauling post. I'm going to pause just to make it easy to click this a bunch of times. It seems like it gets a little laggy when you start spamming that button when you're not paused. So we will just do that and make our lives that much more simple. And then I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of all these because we're not having enough workers to support. There, cool. Awesome. Done. Gone. Dead. How much water we still have down here? A lot. No, you know what? Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's slowly clearing out. Have they... Oh yeah, they had these 2 ways to work on. Have they finished that project? They have. So I can get rid of some connections here now. Like there and all of that. And across here. And like that. And then just turn and go that way or come up and go that way if they need to. And I don't know if they're ever going to get that debris picked up, but I'm going to leave it there for the time being. And just see. So, yeah, it is slowly draining, or evaporating probably is the better word for it. And same for over this side. It's already down to where, like, this was completely submerged just a little while ago. So we're getting there. We still have one unconnected building. Oh, because I didn't bring the path down far enough. Cool. So this space, if I do decide to build bots, we're going to like hide all the bot production up here and all the number crunchers that are going to be required to generate science for the control towers. It's going to hide like all of that like right up in here and just be like, where are the bots being made? I don't know. In the secret bot layer. Seems silly, but I like silly sometimes. So yeah, I'm going to give it just a few in-game days, get this dried out, and then we will resume. And beautiful. It is dry. So I need to figure out how we're going to get them down here to do all of this. I'd also kind of like to fill in these gaps, but I guess it's not really necessary. Yeah, I guess not. Obviously, they can't use those tube stations. Those won't get them anywhere. But what I could do is think about my storage. So I want 6 for gears, which let's just start with that. Underground warehouse will go right here. Those going, there we go. And mark these as gears. But I'll be able to go from side to side very easily, like the can back there, just because the tube waves are in the way, and this is as low as we can go. But what we can do instead is just on either end, a small tube-way station like that, and that'll be fine. And we can do the same thing down there and the same thing down there once we figure out what all we're going to put in. And then just connect those up and make all of these gears. There's gears and gears. Cool. And then we don't need to be really looking at that view for any good reason. So gears are just there, right? Empty that. Yeah. So then we need 3 more for the explosives, the bricks, and the whatever the other one was. Seems like there was something else we needed them for. Oh yeah, pine resin, in case we decide to do anything with pine resin. So I think I'll put those 3 here. Right like this. 1, 2, and 3. So you will be bricks, you will be explosives, and you will be the pine resin that does not currently, though you have some from somewhere. I don't know where you got it from. So we'll go there, and then to just make sure they have the best route always available, we'll do that. And then I need 4 tanks down here, because I want to have some extract, fuel, Phoenix essence, and lubricant. I said that I'm not going to repeat the canola oil and maple syrup. They can just go back and forth. Though now that I say that out loud, that sounds like such a stupid idea. Maybe we'll do 1 more of each of those down here. Yeah, we're going to do 1 more of each of them down here. So, get that in, run that there, realize that I put those back tanks in the wrong spot. And move them forward. Excellent. So then we will do just 1 and 1. Cool. And then 1 of each of these. Which one did I just do? Fuel. I don't know that we're even going to use fuel. I have no clue. The Phoenix essence we will use for the Wonder lubricant. I don't know if we'll use it, but the storage will be here in case we need it, and I think that's the takeaway for that. So we can now empty everything except those berries. Empty that and empty that. The gears are emptied. Nice. And let them get that constructed while they're working on that. I think what I am going to do, just to sake of my sanity type situation, is fill this in completely and then have the overhangs come off as much as we can. And then we'll figure out where we need to use platforms. Because I should, yeah, be able to get a few more overhangs in. Like that. So I'm gonna do that one too. Is that true? It is true. You know what? Hold that thought. Start over. I don't want this going down all the way over those. That would be silly. So I'm gonna back this out so I can see what I have. There we go. I only want it to come up on the top there, and in the middle. I deleted the middle. Neat. There we go. That's what I want. And we should probably just bury the tubeways as well. Sure, why not? There. That's how I want that to go. And then the rest of it, like back here, we'll fill in all of this all the way up over the tubeway. Like that. But then everything else will be open. You know, we could put something down here in this little corner. What could we put down here? What makes sense down here? I mean, haulers or stuff like that. Actually, yeah, that is what makes sense. And then we might even do some over here. Because obviously I don't want them living permanently up there. Maybe we'll utilize this space for some haulers. Like, what? How can I organize this to really maximize my space? It's gonna be like this, isn't it? I'm only gonna get 3 either way, unless do that, and then hauling post. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm still only gonna get 3. Okay, that's fine, but it's 3 that I didn't have. And then down here we can get a couple too. So let's back this out. Change of plans. Actually, no, I don't have enough space. I would have to blast, wouldn't I? Yeah, we would have to blast that in order to get there, because that's only 2. We wouldn't have room for the path, and it's 3 wide, so we wouldn't be able to get it in. I could blast out more space, but it's okay. This will be fine, like this. But at least we now have a space for some haulers. That was a weird thing that just happened there. So now we can cap all this off. We know we want, I'm going to switch directions here. We want to fill this all in like that. And then am I going to be... Alright, haulers were a great idea, but they're too tall. I didn't think about their height. So we'll just fill this whole little cavity in. I tell you, I'm not doing these clicks. Like, I'm letting go when I should. It just seems like everything's just responding very weirdly today. I can pause, it's nighttime. They're not going to come work on any of this. So I want to be careful that I don't wind up in a situation where they can't build again. But I think I've done that. I think I've made that happen again, haven't I? I think so. We'll find out. So all of that there. So then we just need to get our overhangs in. So we've got a space of 3 there. So if I come this way, I don't even need to go 6. I only need to go like 3, don't I? I need to go 4. And that should let me fill the rest of the way in. Why is that different? I don't know. Not gonna worry about it. Just gonna do this and be done with it. Cool. So now they have yet another underground storage project to work on. A little bit bigger this time, given that they have to fill in a bunch of terrain blocks and stuff like that. But shouldn't take too terribly long to get that one done. I'm not gonna bother putting that path back in. That'd be dumb because I'm just about to remove it again. So do you really not have enough room for all the bricks? Oh, you gotta remember those bricks. I don't know why you aren't storing them. There is room. So we will just wait. So they only have dirt blocks remaining. So what I want to do is once again switch gears and get this stuff out of here. These tanks, because now this is the area we're going to be using for our next underground storage. This is going to be the storage that the beavers actually go to consume food and all of that. I really wanted to have it right beneath their housing, and I kind of built the housing first. I still could do that, but what I'm afraid of is if I build tunnels and then blast underneath those tunnels to put in, or to clear space for the storage, that I'm going to wind up demolishing their house. I don't want to do that. We've accidentally torn down too many houses in Timberborn. I keep wanting to put that path back in, and I just don't need to. So I don't think I can put this in down here, actually, though, can I? I was gonna say no. Yeah, it's not deep enough. I could just put that there, but that's not gonna work. I don't know how much of this space I'm going to need. I need a total of 9 warehouses and 5 water tanks, and I don't want it to get too terribly far from where the housing is. So maybe what we do is use this space right here instead of bringing it out to here. So that means these can be relocated to over to here just for now. Same with the berries, and then if we happen to not get all the berries, oh, that's so sad. They don't need them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Water and apple juice, which we're quickly running out of. So we got to get this going sooner rather than later. But once we get this storage done, like I said last time, we're going to be good to start going vertical and really start expanding this district like mad. with jobs, and hopefully get some well-being going, because like they're bringing down the overall. Like these dudes are so happy at 65. These dudes over here at 17. Their work speed will improve and everything if we can get some more well-being. And of course, we just took some well-being out, so yeah, we've got our work cut out for us. What we can also do, though, is once they get this built, we can build something else that's going to be permanent above ground. This is going to be trees down here on this first level. All the production is going to happen up on the next level. So all I need to do is figure out where my 2 boys are going to go up. And you know what? Honestly, it doesn't matter where they're going to go up. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can just adjust later. I'm pretty sure that they're going to go on like this 3rd one in and 3rd one in here, or maybe it's the 2nd one. It's the 3rd one, and then the 3rd one again, and you'll see what I'm talking about once we start building it. But I just wanted to be able to figure out where I can get a couple of foresters that will get really good coverage back here. That gets that side completely covered on the left, so what we'll do is just mirror that over here. And then we will throw in some lumberjack flags, just like 1 per section here. Should be plenty. If not, we can always add more. Why are they going back there? Resources we picked up, probably. So cool. That will get that done, and then we can just plant the rest of this with our oak trees, and then as they get the dirt filled in, we'll, you know, plant some more trees. But this will all be just forestry. Every bit of it. Oh, I went over the road. I tried to... This mouse. I swear I have this problem in other games too, even when I'm not recording videos, that the mouse clicks are just like way out of sync with what I actually do. And I really think it's just the mouse just is dying. Which, good, I can have an excuse to buy a new one. Like, I can't justify spending the money on one when this one works, sort of. But if it were to die and I have to replace it, oh no. Gosh, isn't that terrible? But yeah, I've been playing through a bunch of Civ. And why is it? Oh, it's because there's going to be a hut there. And Civ had its own issue with mouse clicks not registering properly. Like, it was a Civ problem. But it was because my mouse is having problems. It was even worse. It was just miserable the entire time. So cool. So the trees will eventually run all the way up to here on this side, though the apple trees are going to move to over here. Oh dear, what just happened? Somehow I just wound up in my audio recording software. I was just making sure we didn't lose a bit somehow. And no, that was weird. Again, this mouse, garbage. So this can all go, and I believe that can go. Wow, they actually did that. Cool. So now, it's just one after the other, a little next stage, next stage, next stage that we're doing here. We can get rid of all that. We can clear these trees out of here. And we can get rid of that power shaft. We don't need it. But do need to be mindful that there's going to be water there. So we'll fill it back in with dirt. So, yeah. I need to decide where the power is actually going to connect between these two districts. My plan was to run it across up top, like way up here. But we're so far away from doing that. And I can't, like, do it temporarily. There's just not a way to do it. Yeah, I just don't see a good way to get this all connected. I mean, as it is, like, these dudes over here are on their own little power network. Like, They're just sitting here drawing from that on their own. That's not connected at all yet. It will be. I will eventually get it connected, but for now, nothing's happening. Yeah, that's the problem with trying to come up with several different solutions at once, isn't it? So I want to back this off by one there, and I'm even going to back it off by one there, just in case power needs to come to there. I really wanted the power to go up and over, but I may not get my wish. Here we're safe because there's nothing there, so we should pretty quickly get all of this dynamite picked up, and I'm pretty certain this is going to be enough room for what we need. And we suddenly have a bunch of beavers injured again. I have added in just a dozen medical beds right there, but man, just like it just number just shut up, and maybe it didn't just shoot up and I've just not been paying attention. It could be either one of those. So we're gonna get this blast out of here, and yeah, that's what I thought. We have, God, that got loud. We have 2 ways going through there as well, so we may reroute those underneath the path. So it needs to come over by 1, 2, 3. I would rather have them under the paths. Because we can. So that needs to come over 1, 2, 3, right there, yeah? Yep. Cool. Is this one necessary at the moment? No. So I can just eliminate that entirely, and then I'm gonna fill in the dirt because I can. They should be able to fill in that one from that 2-boy, that one from that 2-boy, and this one once they get down here. That way I've just got open space here. God, those lights, when they all just flood in, the lag they induce is insanity. So yeah, they should, yeah, they'll be able to get the dirt. Yeah, they've already got that block done, and they'll be able to get down here in a minute. Cool, so I'm going to pause again so that I can kind of think about this. So it's a total of 15, I said? 14. 14 different items that we're going to need to place down here. So it's going to be underground warehouses and underground tanks is what we're going to be looking at. So what if we go kind of the same thing we did earlier and do 3s? It won't be quite perfect. Well, we could always add like an extra tank of something. I don't know. So we need 1, 2 in the right place, Brandon. 1, 2, 3, like 4. So we can just do like that just to give it some symmetry. Not that it matters. So that's 9 food. So if we go through here and look, 1, 2, 3, we have 10 foods. So where did that come up with 9? I don't know. I think I wasn't counting berries. So, okay, we only do need those 4. Not piles, warehouses. Thank you. So we need to figure out how they're going to get in here, which is going to be obviously 2 way stations. But we want to give them multiple paths is the name of the game. I just wanted them to have efficiency no matter where they're coming from to be able to choose the shortest path possible. So if we do that, that'll get that taken care of, and then it's just going to be a matter of getting these connected to nearby 2 ways, which I know I probably just filled in a minute ago, but whatever. So 2-way tunnel there. Actually, I didn't just fill these in, so I don't feel so bad. There, and then this one will run across like that and like that. Just, I don't think I really need both of those. I don't really need both of those, but whatever. So let's make sure we've got room for all of our foods. We're just going to go through the order here. Just straight through. Last one with berries, rolls, whatever that spicy thing is there. That, those, some sort of peppers, and tomatoes. That's everything, right? I think so. And then I do have 4 juices and water, so I do need a 5th one. Alright, so we're gonna do that. And we'll go like apple juice, beet and radish juice, corn juice, tomato juice, and then water, and then this one will just be probably apple juice. I think it gets built or put in. Actually, hold that thought. What gives us beet and radish juice gives us more. Apple juice doesn't give us anything. So let's do one to store that will actually give us some well-being. Cool. So that will get a place for all of that to get going. It'll be underground. It'll be right here by their housing. They can just come out via the tubeways right in there, grab food, and then right back home. And it'll be spiffy, and everybody will be happy, and yeah, it'll be a joyous occasion. I don't know. I'm just running my mouth. So again, just some decoration, just to liven the place up a skosh. And we'll do fire pits, because why not? This one's farther away because of where everything landed. And we'll even do like fire there, fire there, fire there. And I think that'll be fine for decoration. I don't think anything else. I don't think I'm going to worry about filling in the hole like I did last time. In hindsight, it wasn't really necessary. What is necessary is bringing all of this out like so. Yeah, I know you can't currently reach the storage. It'll be okay. And bring that edge down, bring that edge down, and then I do want to spin it around so I can see what I'm doing. And build from this direction. And then I should be able to just, once again, use a combination of platforms to get some overhangs in place. 2, 3, 4. And then we'll just have this reach as far as it can and then see what else we still need after we get this in. So we'll go this way and then here, and then that will let us get that one in and that one in, and then we should be able to go through. Thought we'd be able to go 3 that way. So we've just got a little section there that we still can't build. Alright, what do I need to do to make that happen? I need to put in, like, before they go anywhere, or start building, I want to see what I need to do here. So that one is right over this tank. So if I put, like, a little platform just under that one, right, like right in front of that tank, like there, that should solve that problem. Yeah, did it build that? Yeah, it's gonna be there. I mean, it didn't build it, but it planned for it. So that takes care of that one, and then this one's above the fire pit, so same thing right there, and then the other one was probably 3 back from that one, so we'll just put that there and assume that's going to be in the right spot. Yeah, and now I can get overhangs in, or I should be able to. Yes, excellent, excellent, excellent. And then the path will come across where it needs to. These little bits are unnecessary. They're not part of our grid. How dare they show up? So that is one more construction project. They're already down there with 2 way stations, which is awesome. So it shouldn't take too terribly long for this one to get finished. And the last one is going in. And that gets... Oh, we have somebody stranded. Where? Uh-oh. Where are you stranded? I bet I know where. Yep. That's easy to fix. They have other 2 ways to get down here. There you go. Come on out, friend. Come on. There you go. Oh, and they picked up the debris before I could even clear it. Whew. Man. There, cool. This debris they'll never be able to reach, so we're just gonna get rid of that rubble. And then come up here, set these to empty. Should have done that earlier. Forgot. And then check out what is in all of this. I think it's just logs and more logs and more logs. Yeah, we're fine to get rid of all this rubble as well. There we go. And in case there's any hiding down there, excellent. And then this path and that path can go. If you happen to notice, these farmhouses reach right to the edge. Not an accident. The same. Look over here. We've got perfect overlap. So 4 is all we're going to need for each major section. Granted, these are going to go away because this is going to be apple trees. This whole thing's probably going to be apple trees. I can't really see it being anything else other than apple trees because apples get used in a whole lot of things. So I'm just going to let them finish real quick getting all of this stuff emptied out. Probably should empty the berries too. And then we'll delete that and we will wrap up for today. We are bringing our injured number down and that makes me very happy. It means we do not have overcapacity on our hospitals anymore. So that's kind of perfect. I like that they're going here to go directly underneath there. It's kind of cute. And that's as empty as these are getting because there's no more room down below. So we'll just have some debris left over that we'll clean up after they get the gears out of here. I think it's gears and metal blocks and planks and probably bricks if they're able to recover. Everything else, yeah, they just leave behind the logs. And of course, in some of these, they'll also be leaving behind some water and some berries, but that is fine. Our injured number coming back up a little bit, but we should be okay. But we're going to leave it here. We are in fantastic shape to actually start the main idea that I had for this district, which is just a big tiered system, 3 tiers high. But there was so much prep work that had to be done first, which meant building temporary stuff that we then had to move to put things in its permanent locations. But we actually have some things in their permanent locations now, so I'm stoked. And I hope you are too, but we're going to leave it here. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.